French Bulldog Friday.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, we're checking ourselves out here.
Yeah. Check us out. We're actually just coming in a little bit early just because last time we had some technical difficulties, and it appears we might also have technical difficulties today. We never know.
We never know. But we've tried a new microphone setup.
Oh,
well,
I can hear us.
It's working. Okay. Fantastic.
We are oddly impressed with ourselves, so I will
Yes.
turn the volume down.
Okay.
And I will monitor in case there's anybody in the chat.
That's right.
And yeah.
Happy Full Stop Friday, everybody.
Happy Full Stop Friday. And Blu is sponsoring our talk today.
Let me tell you, he's kind of heavy. I'm not gonna lie. He's very dense.
So
You
people.
want to go downstairs? This is the part of the week, though, where we celebrate the full stop. So full stop is where you interrupt the monotony of what you're doing, you take a full stop, you look at the situation, and then you decide to add a tiny twist. And we believe that a full stop kind of lifestyle makes you and other people feel schwacked.
Seen, heard, understood, appreciated, and most importantly, connected.
Connected.
So we'll wait. You want to put him down? I don't know.
I guess. He's heavy.
Did she body shame you?
Oh my gosh.
She body shamed.
Trip over the cord.
Oh yeah, probably.
All right, hold on. This is the whole thing. Well, that did not have the enthusiasm I thought it was going to have.
Yeah. Are you on? Okay. Okay, so officially it is noon. Well, almost.
Happy Full Stop Friday, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look, another French Bulldog.
Thank God. That's why we have 3.
I basically, well, I'm covered in dog hair now, but I feel like I'm basically wearing pajamas today. I'm wearing sweatpants and a hoodie, and I'm very cozy because it has been very cold
Yes.
here in Maryland. I'm
Yes.
sure in other places as well. But so I'm basically having a pajama party. So thanks for coming to my pajama party today.
I was unaware of the pajama party. So, okay, it is officially Full Stop Friday, and the most important part about the Full Stop Friday is the tiny twist. So again, for those in the back, Full Stop Friday is the Full Stop movement is interrupt the rush, pause with purpose, and add a tiny twist. And I think my joy lives in the tiny twist.
Oh, yes.
And that sounds weird because let me clarify. Yeah.
Sounds like you like wine and corkscrews, but that can't be right.
I was going a completely different way.
So we always like to share something from our lives where we have seen the full stop pay off in some really, really fun ways. And last week we shared with you, if you've watched our TEDx talk, you've heard us talk about the eyelash letter, the famous eyelash letter.
Infamous.
It is. It kind of will live in infamy. The eyelash letter was, 5 years ago? 5 years ago.
Them
Yeah.
are some old eyelashes.
No. It was further. It was longer ago than that. Oh my gosh, 7 years ago this spring.
Damn, you're old. Anyway.
So we were thinking about ways that Mona have plenty of. Well, she pulls pranks on me all the time, which
my
makes
love
me
language.
feel schwacked, which is great. But we were trying to think about other ways we have experienced other people adding a tiny twist when we've had the chance to work with them. So we wanted to just share this fun little nuance that we thought of from several gigs that we've had now.
Yes.
And that is the fun of the name tag.
The name tag. The dreaded conference. Oh my God. The dreaded conference name tag.
That's right.
And so when we go to MC an event or when we attend an event, they always ask you, what name would you like on your name tag?
Which I appreciate because I sometimes register depending, like with my full name, and I definitely don't want my name tag to say Catherine because nobody calls me that. So, right, Michelle? Always want to. So I always specify I would like my name tag to say Katie, and I would prefer if it were spelled right. I mean, whatever. So
Details.
yeah.
But I think also in a time where there's a lot of mail merge, so like, like there is a form you fill out and it's like, what's your registered name? What do you want in your name tag? And I think that's just a mail merge. A lot of times the the software just goes through and it just prints whatever's in that thing.
And Mo and I take that question very literally.
We do. And a lot of times we expect that the mail merge concept is just going on. And so it'll just be like, yeah, just whatever's in that cell, just print it.
It's fine.
Okay, challenge accepted. So I believe in the thumbnail for today's Full Stop Friday, I have a picture of one of our name tags. And
Yes,
it was,
so I think the first time we did this was, as you all might know, we are part of a Master Circle speaking cohort. A lot of wonderful people building their businesses, and we all bounce ideas off of each other. But we gather a couple of times out of the year. And for this particular event, we had placards. And so when they said, I think the first time you said Princess Moose Feather, or no, something Moose Feather.
I think I put Consuela Banana Hammock.
Oh, was it?
For all my Friends fans.
Something you did Moose Feather somewhere.
I don't think I've ever put the
I
words
like-
moose and feather.
I
That
tend
doesn't
to-
even make sense.
I tend to put Princess Unicorn, because hello, and come here, baby, and it's also an Office references.
It is. All of us.
My horn can pierce the sky, Princess Unicorn. So we were very thrilled to arrive at this gathering in California to find that on one side of the placards it said Mo and Katy, and on the other side it said the names that we had submitted.
Yes.
So we were like, okay. I love the fact that Mark or whoever was running admin for that event took the time to acknowledge that we had said something silly, which was the full stop moment. He added the twist by actually, instead of like, oh, haha, look at those girls, he actually printed it on our placard, so we had one of the names on each side.
We created an opportunity for him. He expended ink for us.
For us.
That was a perfect tiny
and
twist.
more ink than our names even expel.
Yeah.
Mo also likes to have her name with an umlaut once in a while, so.
I believe that one did. I believe it said,
Meh.
yeah, meh. So, anyway, so that's something that we always do. Whenever we reply to an event, they said, you know, what do you want in your name tags? And we always,
And we're like, hold my beer.
hold
my French Bulldog.
that would be funny. Put your name tag, hold my beer. But these dogs are out of control. So we always do that. So, for example, this was Treble Harmony Brigade
This last year.
last year. And, oh, actually, I have yours.
I know. Have yours.
And we had a shtick. We always have a shtick going on. And, for example, part of the shtick, my name was Colonel Champagne Chablis Carrington. And so we were committed to the shtick, and when the event producers said, what do you want in your name tag? We said, Colonel Champagne Chablis Carrington. And yours was?
Mine is Vanessa, Arpeggio, Cadenza, Rolentondo. And everything but Vanessa is a musical term, so I was kind of insistent on that. And it was part of the shtick, but again, I think it was Darlene was the one that printed these. And
She was so
she was
excited.
so happy. That's the fun part, is that we have joy in coming up with these names, but it's also super fun for the person who decides to play
We
along.
hope so. Oh my God, these dogs.
So they decide to play along, and they get to actually type in this ridiculous stuff, print it, and then
And format it. I mean, come on now.
I think
You
she
got like
watched
this
us
is a,
pull them out of the envelope and was just so thrilled. So
but it's awesome. I think. Well, we hope we're not creating. So what was another example? We hope we're
another
not-
example was the Athena cruise that we did last year, and this one was really kind of cool because the way this came about was subtly during one of the meetings. I believe it was. I feel like Amy was the one that wrote
Amy
them out.
Main. Yeah.
Hi, Amy. And we had mentioned, they were like, we're going on this cruise. So somewhere in the meeting, Mo and I had mentioned that we would be Julie and Gopher, which for those of you that were born before 1980, that is a reference to the Love Boat. So
The Love Boat.
we didn't actually specifically tell her to make our name tags say that.
Yeah.
But she was so thrilled when we got on the boat, we did the orientation, we were getting ready for the conference to come up and hand us the name tags. And I think this one was cool because it was in her own handwriting.
Yeah, that's right. It was
She
handwritten.
actually took the time to write out Gopher and Julie, and we still have them. And that along with our regular names, so these people do twice the work for the shtick, which is
We
pretty
are
cool.
making people work. Oh, my voice really squeaked. But here's what I like about that. And I hope that Mark and I hope that Amy and I hope that Darlene understand that I don't keep name tags from conferences,
Mm-mm.
but I keep these, right?
I have the Gopher and Julie ones at home.
Yeah, and I think again and we say add a tiny twist. And to Amy and to Mark and to Kimberly and to Darlene, you guys may not realize that might have seemed like a funny thing for you to do, but that tiny little thing has made a huge difference for us. And I
Yeah.
think that's the thing about the tiny twist is it's not that hard and it's fun. And I think about the 3 levels of this, right? We're being ridiculous, absolutely, yes. You are
We
encouraging
acknowledge that.
our ridiculousness, and we acknowledge that and we appreciate that. But I think the 3rd level that I don't know if it always gets caught is when we wear those name tags around, that interaction, and just think about it. So let's say you're at a conference, and again, right, 1,000 people, just nameless faces and faceless names. I don't know if that's a thing. It is now.
Sounds like a song lyric. That's
I know, it's a country song. I'm a faceless, nameless son of a gun named Sue. But think about it. You're at a conference and you look at someone's name tag and you're like, my eyes are up here. But when you see something like Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, if you are a Friends fan, you automatically,
Yep.
you have, oh my God.
It's because she knows you'll pick her up.
Oh my God.
Aw.
You automatically have a piece of connection. And even if you don't know what that means, even if you're not a Friends fan, you'd be like, I'm sorry, what does your name tag say? And I think that point of connection, that is another tiny twist. That is another full stop moment for the person who reads the ridiculous name tag because the ridiculous MCs submitted a ridiculous answer to a question that everybody else is just putting their nickname.
Shocker.
Yeah. But I love that, and Holly Hartman. Hi, Holly.
Oh, hi, Holly.
But
yay, she's hanging with us during lunchtime.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us,
I'm
Holly.
sorry, we're not going to talk with you a mouthful. But I love the fact that has an impact on the person who's doing a menial task, right? Just putting name tags. And just my hope is that will come across and be like, what is up with these people? Especially for people we haven't met, because, oh yeah, we do this to people we haven't met yet, so.
Well, and for us, I think it's multi-level too, because I know for me, it made me feel really schwacked because it means that someone paid attention, and it's saying that somebody sees and hears and gets our sense of humor enough to acknowledge that by making extra work for themselves and making a name tag. And even in the case of Amy with Athena, like we didn't even ask and say, hey, will you please make our name tag say Gopher and Julie? Holly, you probably don't know what that reference is because you're just a baby.
Yeah.
But it meant a lot that she picked that up from the meeting enough to surprise, and it's the idea of surprise and delight too. And you are a master at this, Mo. You're so good at this about surprising and delighting, and always like even. You just got to pay attention, guys. Like even last week, I was getting ready to leave your house, and I pulled my glasses out because I had to drive home, and I was looking for my glasses. Well, where were they? On her face, over top of her glasses. So she's always keeping me on my toes. But the surprise and delight of telling somebody, look, I paid attention to something you said. I thought it was funny, and I want to make you laugh by doing this tiny twist, this small gesture that really is going to make you feel special. And those things seem small, but they really are huge. They're really huge gestures.
Right, and I think, sorry, I just had an image of a really big clown. Speaking
That's a
of
huge gesture.
I held the door open for a clown one time. I thought it was a nice gesture. Remember how we said we need to stay on topic? Yeah, no. We'll get there.
Squirrel!
Yeah, but I again, I look at all the different levels from even like listen, we are ridiculous.
We really are.
Yeah, confession.
One
yeah.
of us is.
Yeah, but it's the one without a dog. No, but I think also that when we submit a name and we submit the what do you want on your name tag, like when we submitted these for Treble Harmony Brigade, it was consistent with the shtick that we knew we were going in with, right? So there is thought put behind that. And when we talk about the full stop, interrupt the rush, right? Got to fill all this admin stuff out. You know, are you vegan? Are you gluten-free? Are you allergies? All this other stuff. Do you need down feathers in your pillow removed? Oh, that was something else that we did. We applied, we were emceeing a gig. Oh my God, I wish I could remember it now.
Go ahead, keep talking.
We had to submit the whole thing. Do you have any allergies or something like that? And we said that we needed down pillows, but we needed the down to be from hand-plucked ducks or something like that. And they I cannot remember. And they responded. They said, we have advised. It was this really formal email that they got back, and they said, it was ridiculous. And they said, we have advised our staff. They are outside collecting the ducks right now to pick the feathers.
Perfect. I can't remember what it was, though.
Our point
I
is,
forgot about that.
I did too, just till now. See, we stay on topic. Name tags, pillows, ducks, pluck that, man. You quack me up. Okay, why can we not stay on
Because we're on
topic?
the World Wide Web.
See, Holly knows the Friends one. They really are. I think she meant Katie really is. But no, but I mean, again.
Did you catch my web reference? I said the World Wide Web because we're talking about ducks. They have web to feed. You have to explain it.
Well, you said it. Yeah.
It's really
Anyway.
bringing me down.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. The whole idea with the full stop, it is Friday. Let's back up. It is Friday, right?
It is Friday.
Thank God. The full stop. Interrupt the rush.
Yep.
That is the first thing. And I think with practice and over time, it comes quicker and you start to see these opportunities.
Yep.
So interrupt the rush. Pause with purpose. Okay. I have to fill this form out. I'm going to stop just for a second. Can I make this a little bit more fun and add a tiny twist, which is the third part of full stop? Interrupt the rush, pause with purpose, add a tiny twist.
And you can do this if you are, I mean, there's so many situations that you can do this. So we're talking about this in reference to, you know, a conference and to a mundane part of putting on a conference, which is making the name tag. But there are, you know, ways that you can do this, you know, within means and don't get in trouble. But like with your emails at work, there are kind of some fun ways that you could, you know, acknowledge people and things and still get the job. And the thing is, the job still gets done. We still got our name tag. But we had this moment of connection with each person that did this because it was just something fun that we had in common.
Right. So like you said, like Darlene, like she wanted to be in the room when we got our welcome package and pulled our name tags out. And that was fun. That was fun for her. It was fun for us. And again, this is on you guys because all you're doing is validating that our ridiculousness is worth it. And so we're gonna amp it up. But I think the other thing too is when we were walking around with these name tags on, it still connected us, even if we didn't have the wigs. Look, it was a soap opera themed shtick that we had.
Right.
There's a fake slap that I sucked at. But even then, even if we weren't in character per se, like walking around with the name tags, they were calling us, you know, I couldn't even remember my name. Remember, I was like, what is my name?
In the script. I know
Colonel
my name is-
Champagne Chablis Carrington.
That's
And
right.
people, you know, like, I'm like, I don't even know my name. But I think that, again, the whole point is that, now listen, if you're in the military, you can't do this. I don't advise it.
Spoiler alert.
But you know what? I'm not in the military anymore. Go for it. But actually, I'm going to take that back. We're going to stay on theme with name tags. On Fridays, you can usually wear a different colored shirt under your flight
it's like
suit.
Casual Fridays, kind of.
Military style.
Military casual
But you have a
Fridays.
Friday name tag, and people
Okay.
will change like I'm talking about specifically with flight suits on Fridays.
Oh, interesting.
Back in the day. But you always had like almost like a party name tag.
Huh.
And so on Fridays, you would wear that name tag. So on the rest of the week, if you're flying, you would have, you know, your full name, your wings, and all this other stuff. But on Fridays, you might wear a name tag.
Cool.
I just realized that. You see how therapeutic this is?
Tell me a little more, Mo.
Yeah. So yeah, my mother. No, but I mean, I think that again that there's a level of connection. Like, and we have call signs in the military, and that is. It can be earned. Usually it's not a good thing, right? So if your name is Crash, no.
I almost got you a Monchi-Chi the other day, by the way.
Yeah, that Monchi-Chi was
did.
my Holly, do you know what a Monchi-Chi is? She's gonna wait on that
She's
because
so young.
Monchi-Chi, Monchi-Chi, oh, so soft and cuddly.
With thumb in his mouth is really neat. Fun to tickle his little feet. La la la. You're gonna lose your 80s kids card. Do you know that Mo did not know what a mash board is? 80s people kind of chime in here where you write mash across
In
the
the
top.
library with a candlestick. Monchi-Chi? Oh,
That's
I
cool.
hope that we're on a delay.
Anyway, Mo didn't know what a mash board is. And I had to show her. Literally on FaceTime had to draw one. I told her she's going to lose her 80s kid card.
Speaking of cards, name tags.
And we're back.
Anyway, the whole point is with name tags. If there's something that you're already doing, like, again, you go to a conference and you have your name tag, we're all wearing these cheap-ass plastic things, you know what I mean? And I don't know anybody that keeps them. I would venture to say, if you submitted a ridiculous name and you had that, if somebody took the time to print that name on your name tag, you might keep that.
Yeah.
We have kept our ridiculous ones. I
We
still
have.
have the placard that says Mo with an
I
umlaut.
still have my Princess Unicorn one.
Yeah, I mean, and you have our Gopher and
I have
Julie
our Gopher
one.
and Julie ones.
And I think what a great opportunity, because you think about all these things that you take away from things. And again, this has no function, right? It's not like a pen that's got a logo on there, but there's something even more special about a name tag where somebody took the time to write Colonel Chablis, whatever it says.
You're going to have to learn your name.
Yeah.
Well, and each of these events being an experience in and of itself, because we're very lucky to be doing emceeing Treble Harmony Brigade for the third time in a row this year, and we'll have a whole different shtick. So this is a moment in time of that. Who knows what our name tags are going to say this year?
We haven't figured out the
Sorry in
shtick yet. We have
advance,
like
Darlene.
3 options, yeah.
But each one of those not only says we were at this event, but it reminds us of which one it was, and it's a moment in time. But kudos to the people that can play, to the people that play along, to people like Amy and Mark and Darlene, who didn't just see that on the form and went, oh, did you see what they put there? Ha ha, Mo, Katy. But instead went to the trouble to make 2 name tags, one that was right.
We
and
are
one that was funny.
we are killing the rainforest, one name tag at a time.
We are sucking up all the ink at Office Max.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we're doing.
So Holly said, she said the names sound like they are from Clue.
Oh.
These names do sound like they are from Clue.
They do.
Monchi-Chi is a little monkey doll whose hair will just stick up every which way. And so that was my call sign in pilot training, because I would take my helmet off and my hair would, stubborn Asian hair every way. I look like a Monchi-Chi doll. Or I look like one of the trolls when you put on the end of the pencil and you spin. Yeah, that's what my hair looked like. But
You could say that with good authority, because we've been to the Troll Hole in Alliance, Ohio.
why don't you explain what the troll
It is
hole
the world's largest collection of troll dolls.
Yeah, because when you just say troll hole, it
I'm
sounds
not gonna.
disgusting.
I didn't want to explain it, but
Well,
it was a whole thing.
yeah.
It was really fun, actually. So,
Anyway,
name
name tags. Here's what we'd like to know. I would like to know, have you ever done this and submitted a name or, put a name? And if so, this is going to be like a 4-part call to action. So, have you ever submitted a name? Yes or no?
Okay.
Do you like me? Okay.
Maybe.
And then what was the interaction like when you wore a name tag like that, or whether it was from the conference organizer or from your boss when you got in trouble right before you got fired, or like just from anybody that you interacted with that saw that. So,
Another thing I just thought of.
oh Lord.
So back in the day when Zoom was our only way to communicate, the
Ah.
time of which we would not speak, we would have, so we were in a quartet at the time, and we would have Zoom meetings. And basically the best part of the Zoom meetings were that whoever had initiated the meeting, which a lot of times was me, had control over changing everybody's names at will. So based on what was happening in the conversation, all of a sudden somebody's name would change. And that was just fun. But again, it shows that someone is paying attention to what's
But
going
actually,
on.
that's a really good point. So a name tag can be a digital name tag, right?
Yeah.
So what you put in, and you kind of tease to it, what?
Go ahead, keep going.
This is her. I'm gonna, look.
I'm not interrupting you, but I did think of something, so go ahead.
Well, good, because I've forgotten what I was gonna say. Go ahead on with your interruption. That
When
was
you
so
al- when we
distracting in
also
the
have
rudest unprofessional way.
We also have name tags. What else do you think of? What other name tags have you and I had? One of them broke. We can't use them anymore.
Oh, yes. I ordered from Temu. We had a Temu Christmas. Mo with the circle back. Oh, see, thank you. See, call back. So from Temu, we had ordered these little, they're LED name
Super
tags.
cute.
Yeah, they just had little, they were only about 5 inches wide. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. but you can control them with an app on your phone, like everything, right? So
She can control both of ours with an app on her phone.
I'm the only one who took the time to actually download the app.
I did, but you took my control away. Anyway,
So I again,
Katie,
Mo. So we would use that when we would work the room before a show started. We would have our digital, and I was blue and you were pink,
yeah.
and so we would just because that was our colors, not a boy-girl thing. Because I know everybody thinks I'm a boy. Anyway, it is
but
therapeutic.
then
This
all of a
little
sudden
microphone.
I would look down at my name tag.
No, here's how it happens. All of a sudden, people would be staring at Katie's chest and laughing, which is normally what happens to me, because everybody thinks I'm a boy. But because I had control of the app, because I cared enough to download it, and I would change. What did it say?
Ask me about my hemorrhoids.
How are your hemorrhoids?
Just scrolling right across my little name tag.
Yep. I charge
Or
by the hour.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never knew what my name tag was going to be saying. But again, good conversation piece.
Full stop. Interrupt the rush. Pause with purpose on
Change
the app.
your best friend's name tag.
Add a tiny twist. Ask me about my hemorrhoids. That's like the fourth unspoken step. But I mean, but you were talking about Zoom and going back to Zoom, which is a form of a name tag, right? So digital.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did workshops online, one of the things that we would say is, because a lot of times people are dialing. You have another thing?
No.
You had
I'm
that
listening.
look.
I'm
Yeah,
listening.
it's either pun face or I have a better idea. But one of the things that we would do when we were doing workshops is a lot of times there are people that are dialing in, especially with the Zoom times, they couldn't interact, like they couldn't say anything. So we would tell people, if you are in an environment where you can't come off mute or you can't actively participate except for in the chat, we would say put your name and then put the quiet. So like Mo the quiet or Katie the quiet, which no one would believe. So they would say, but if like, and again, that was a signal and in a way to say, okay, this person is present, they are listening, but they can't participate for whatever reason. So
And it would keep us from, if we were doing an interactive workshop or something, it would keep us from calling on them because we just knew they were in a place where they could. And we get that. I think we've all dialed onto calls where you're
you're doing 15 other things and you're not going to participate, but you're just showing the boss that, hey, I'm a team player. No, that like
I'm on
that.
the call.
Yeah, I'm on the call.
I'm here, guys.
Yeah.
And you can also have some other, fun interactions of ways of changing your name on
Yeah, but I think
digital.
yeah, Katie's having an identity crisis, but ask her about her hemorrhoids. But, anyway, so
Please
we won't
don't.
keep everybody, but thank you for bringing up the Zoom. Thank you for bringing up the digital name tags, which we need to get new ones because I broke mine probably from changing it too many times.
We'll get a new one. We'll get a
But,
new one.
but
But
just
think about the next time you go to a conference, if it's appropriate and if there's a way to add a little bit of a twist to that, or if maybe you're the one to play with someone else's name tag with their permission. Maybe.
with the printing of it or when they're wearing it. 'Cause-
La, 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 la.
wow. But the other thing too is you brought up the good point about your email signature block or
Yeah.
your Zoom when you dial in, because we're all zooming in from something left or right.
That's right.
Just put something to see if anybody, and again, it's everybody recognizes your face and everybody knows your name, but if somebody's actually reading it, that's like a little surprise for them. It's surprise and delight for them,
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, I don't want to be here. Put that as your name tag, just as a joke. I mean, you're there. Come on, but anyway.
Where were we that you could, I think it was Athena too, where they had all of these ribbons that you could put under your name tag.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
were funny. They were like they spoke to all these different things. So
They're almost like
weren't-
the adulting badges.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
really
Yeah.
cute. But, and I'm looking forward to the next time we get to have name tags printed for something, because then
Yeah.
the fun begins.
Yes. So again, the call to action. We want to know, have you ever done that? Submitted a different name for a name tag, and what was the reaction either from the people who have to print it, or the people that you interacted with when you were walking around with said name tag?
That's right.
All right.
And I love that. 'Cause you said it's kind of an identifier too. Because like if someone were to put their name as like that's what she said, you immediately like, oh, you're a fan of The Office, or
Yeah.
Marcel the Monkey, or Princess Consuela.
Look
the
at
New
you
Ham. I
knowing
know.
Friends
Look at me.
references.
Look at me.
Yeah.
There you go. Take
Anyway.
that, Janine.
Yeah. All right. Have a great Friday, and
Don't make a full stop.
Don't forget it's interrupt the rush, pause with purpose, and add the tiny twist.
Tiny twist. Don't say it like that. It's weird.
Oh, you're the one playing with fondling people's name tags. That's
With
not-
their permission.
that doesn't make it
Permission to fondle your name tag.
Oh, that which is what in a name, yes, yes. Thank you guys for dialing in, and we'll see you Sunday night when we go live and pretty much do the exact same thing, which is not stay on topic.
Something you can count on.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Friday. Go
Rosie's-
out there and make some full stop happen.
Rosie says good night.
Rosie's going to sing a song.
Yeah, other people.
Bye.